My name is Kevin Wu, and I'm a Memphis skateboarder. Skateboarding is essentially an intellectual, imaginative activity. It allows for creativity and style. There are no borders, no rules, nobody telling you what to do or any of that kind of stuff. You're just doing your own thing. So Aaron, where do you think skateboarding is at right now?
Well, I guess to fully appreciate that where skating is, you need to look back in time to see where it's come from. And going all the way back from the 60s, you had surfers who started skating way back then, and then it got popular thanks to the Lords of Dogtown boys in LA. They got that going big. The pool scene became big then, and then it got huge in the early 80s with vert ramp and skate competitions. And then, for a long while, after a lot of skate parks got shut down, it just kind of went off the maps for a while, and skating took to the streets again. And so now, coming out of the dark days of the 90s, we're now looking at skating having a resurgence that we haven't seen at this scale ever. So, right now you're looking at basically 1 in 5 of our youth right now are skaters. And so, I grew up in California where, every town had a skate park, and when I came to Memphis, I was kind of shocked to see that the skate scene was basically non-existent from a skate park view, but in terms of the number of skaters that are still there. So where I think skating is it's this huge upwelling, this underground movement that's kind of become mainstream, and yet at the same time, is something that's really important to our youth here. So, for Memphis, you're looking at a sport that could transform the downtown. I mean, we already have a large population of skaters that go down there and have to risk their lives because in a lot of spots it's illegal. But if you look at other places where skating has been more accepted, like a place like in Barcelona, there's a place called Uni Macba, and if you look here at this YouTube video, you can kind of get an appreciation of just how many skaters come from all over the world just to slide on these ledges. And I mean, these are all skaters just hanging out watching, coming from around the areas. And we've got a similar phenomenon potentially that we could exploit in Memphis, and it's called the Beale Street Landing. So if you look over here, you go to Beale Street, which is, where to go? Where's our landing? If you look at the renderings or the drawings for Beale Street Landing, what you have is a very similar setup to what they have in Barcelona, which is just world famous skate spot. And I'm saying, why not turn this Beale Street Landing into a world famous skate park, which is known as the Skate Plaza. And of course, as a lot of the skaters know, I'm also interested in trying to get a more traditional or mixed use skate park on Mud Island. So here you could have a skate plaza on one side of the river, and you could have a multi-mixed use extreme park on Mud Island. And I think if you have this sort of scenario, you're going to see downtown transformed, and you're going to be guaranteed you are going to bring a lot of people downtown, because you'll be having skaters coming in from all over the world, potentially all over the world, and definitely all over the area to go to these 2 skate parks. And so we already have this one that's going to be built, and my desire would be to make sure that this park would be fitted or made in such a way that it becomes a skatable park space. And I think in the long run that would be an advantage to the city too, because the park would withstand a lot of use that way from skaters, and people would have something to do and to look at when they go downtown. So that's where we're at.
I've been skating in Memphis long enough to see some real talent here. Like, you got these iconic and a lot of other skaters, really good, but the problem is a lot of times they aren't stoked to skate anywhere. I think I speak for every Memphis skateboarder when I say that we need a park. Like, every skateboarder. People need to spread the word, man. Let's make this happen. Oh yeah, and buy all your skateboard stuff at DeSoto Skate, bro.